Hi, and this is the new year. If you can hear the background noise of my video, then you can actually notice that firecrackers are actually firing up. And it's exactly new year, just 00. Okay, so this is the recording time of my video, and I'm very excited to actually explore and tell you guys, if you are like same like me, to why do we celebrate new year, or why do we need to celebrate the new year. You can hear the noises of the firecrackers, and why do you think that people actually celebrate new year? Few years back, I was a person or a child. I'm still a child, right? I was a child who actually never had the idea that why or what's the importance of actually celebrating new year, and what's the big deal of actually entering a new year, because everything is exactly the same and everything is actually going just the same, just like the minute before, that is the last year. So I have actually lost my last year, that is 2023, and actually entered the 2024 right now, while just pressing the button of the recording recording button of my mobile, not a camera. So there's a phrase that is, with every end comes a new start, right? So what is the importance of this video in your life, and what I can actually give you right now, right? So this is the important thing that you should know before spending your time with me for my video. Now look, as I have told you right now, few seconds back, that I was the child or the person who never had the idea that what's actually new about the new year, and what's actually so exciting to actually spend money and time and energy on celebrating it, right? So I have my experience, and things actually changed just within a year, and I am actually excited this year because few things happened that made me realize, or had changed me to realize, you know so this is why you actually need to spend the time only if you are someone like me, or you just want to explore the vision of many other people, what I did. Okay, so the thing is new year, right? Let me tell you one thing. It's not the only thing that you have to consider in the new year. It's not about the new year, it's only about everything related to time and your life. Few years or few months back, I was a child who actually never thought of that why people are actually celebrating, or spending their everything over these celebrations. But this year, when I suddenly thought about that it's actually ending, then actually few things run over my mind, that what happened this year. And then I realized that yes, this is the thing that will never come back. And the main thing is that why did I feel like that, right? Because the things that I did this year was very different than whatever I have actually did before that. Or these are the things that I will actually remember in my life, because They were the starting things that made me realize more and more about myself. And if I didn't had those times or those situations in my life in that particular time, that is the year 2023, then things might actually be different than what I'm actually seeing right now. Maybe more interesting, maybe very, very less interesting. But the main thing is that whatever has gone or I have actually faced is very enjoyable, or I actually enjoyed. No matter what hardships or good things have come to me, everything has taught me something, right? So I have written three things, because if you are spending your time with me, then I should give you something that might actually make your new year a better celebration, or you can actually use this celebration to actually do new things. Now, if you have any more ways to using this new year celebrations, please let me discover within the comment section, and I am going to say you three things which will make your celebrations more beneficial than what almost everyone does, right? Very basic things that I have seen that help people, right? And many people actually don't know them, but they do it and got benefits. Very basic things. Okay, I promise you, this is very basic things. But I would love to explore your visions on using the new year as a weapon to start new journey. Now, I have told you about the phrase that with every end comes a new beginning. What's the beginning? It's the beginning of your new limits or skills acquired after ending of something before this. This might this might actually sound very tough or unrelatable, but I will make it relatable. So the first thing I had actually noted down, it's the time. In New Year, most of the countries in around the world actually give a holiday, or actually you will manage by any means. You will actually manage your time to actually gather some time for yourself, and this is your most important time. Give yourself a time to think. Don't just always be within people, okay? Or just try to be with few people who actually are like progressive. They actually want to discover the past things and gather some good things from it and use it in the future, right? That is analyzing your past and building your present, or working on your present to build your future. So the first thing is your time. Why time? This time, before starting the new year, you can actually gather every skill acquired from your past time, and this will be within yourself, your realizations and your happiness, whatever you have received from the time, right? Good things, bad things, right? Everything turns into a single piece of information, that is your experience. Your experience is the key to your future. This is what you will need in your future to actually do anything. So within your time, you have to gain some experience from your past. Be humble to yourself. This is the time you have to actually self spend with yourself, to actually make you aware that whatever you have failed on is not about only just failing, it's about gaining some experience to get up and try again. Just it's just that simple, that I couldn't found any word other than this. Just try again. If you have seen sports or you see sports, you probably know that every sport requires endless training and endless turns of practicing. No matter at what level the athlete has reached, he practices infinite times. This is what dedication looks like in real life. And how many of us actually do this, right? Question yourself that what have you gathered from your past and how you can actually modify those things and try again. Just try to every time modify, and this is called innovation. Modifying your failures into experience and gaining new skills within that is called innovation. So this is how can use you can use your time. And the second thing is, you can think about actually collaborating. You know what? Collaborating. Now you might actually are very familiar that you, when celebrate something, you don't celebrate just by yourself, right? You are celebrating with some few other humans or other species, right? That is collaborating. Yani ki sharing your time with others, and this sharing might lead to something new. Don't hesitate to make new friends. Always try to make new friends, but be slow to get deep into whatever. Because if you don't know someone completely, you should not get deep into something. So, you can actually discover a real, sorry, not a real world, you can discover a different or new world just by collaborating with others. That might be your friends, your family members, or any new person at whatever party or event you go on. Okay, this is the thing that you can do actually in while celebrating your new year. And actually, the first point which I have told you has the second point which I wanted to say you, that is, gain the skills from your past that you have experience on. So I have told you three things according to me. Okay, and I don't want to waste too much of your time for now. So this is what I have to tell you, that how can you use your new year and why should you actually celebrate the new year, and why I have got the idea people actually celebrate or they need to celebrate new year, right? Because it is the end of what you have began before anything, right? Once you have started a new journey, it has ended with something, and this is a full stop, but not the end of the story. It's just shifting to a new paragraph. This is the new year, and the paragraph depends upon you. What pen you use, what thinking you have, and what paper or type of book you are using. This is all what I have to say you about the new year, and bye bye.